Namaskar to the viewers of Pandit Ravi Shankar Music Foundation. Today, once again we are here for the celebration of Pandit Ravi Shankarji's centenary year. Before we start the session, let me remind you friends, today is also birth anniversary of eminent poet, dramatist and musician Shri Dvijendra Lal Rai. His contribution to the Bengali literature is laudable and immeasurable. We pay our homage to the noble soul. So friends, today I am glad and also honored to invite one of our eminent guests, none other than Pandit Hari Prasad Chaurasia ji. Pranam, Guruji. Pranam.
Namaskar. Namaskar.
We feel honored to have you on our show.
Thank you.
And to speak to you is Pandit Ravi Shankar ji's senior disciple, Gaurav Mazumdar ji. Gaurav bhai.
Namaskar.
Namaskar.
आपको हमारा प्रणाम.
Namaskar.
Welcome. We feel really privileged and honored that you have agreed to come and speak to all of us, and we are blessed.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Being a person from Allahabad, can we start our journey from Allahabad, where you are from, and how do you remember Allahabad in your childhood days? Because I remember my guru Pandit Ravi Shankar ji always told me, because I am much younger than all of you, he would say, you have not seen the Allahabad which I have seen. The Allahabad which was full of musicians and poets and artists, and it was such a cultural place. I would like you to take us on a journey of Allahabad, which was so beautiful and a wonderful cultural city. Panditji.
Yes, thank you. See, I was fortunate to born in Allahabad, which is very well-known place in Uttar Pradesh. And I was born in 1938, long time back. That was a different kind of really environment in Allahabad. We used to have music conference every year. Whole night it used to run, and all the topmost artists, they used to come and enjoy the music. Whole night they used to sit for 3-4 days. In Prayag Sangeet Samiti, there was this institution. You must have heard about this. Or you must have. And Jagdish Pathak was one of my friends who was registrar. And his two sons, one son was Sudhakar Pathak, who used to very well-known singer, classical music. And another one, I don't remember the name. He was also a singer. He was little bit light music singer, and Sudhakar Pathak was a classical singer. So we used to perform in children's program in All India Radio. I tell you, that was wonderful. I will never forget those days, beautiful days. And I still miss Allahabad. Whenever I get chance to go to Allahabad, I go and just straight away go to Sangam and dip myself in the Sangam, and then I become again Allahabadi.
That is so true, because whenever we hear you, whenever we hear your flute, we feel the spirituality of Allahabad, Prayagraj, and the purity of the Ganges. It is so divine. And would you like to take us on a journey of your Guruji in Allahabad, Pandit Bholanath ji, who I was lucky to have taken blessings and love from, and I had performed also All India Radio where he was working, and a wonderful human being and a great artist.
Yes, he was from Varanasi, and he got a job in All India Radio as a staff artist, and to accompany all the singers and to make music beautiful and to play also concert in the station. And I went to him to just learn, and he was so kind enough that he allowed me to learn, and I used to go to radio also, because he was staying just behind the radio, All India Radio. And we used to go to take bath and swimming in, he was not married, he was bachelor. And we used to go and swim over there in Drupadi Ghat, if you know, Drupadi Ghat. And which was not very far, about say it was 10 minutes or 12 minutes from his house. And then he used to cook and we used to eat together. My goodness, I have never, believe me or not, in my life, I always got such kind of persons who were, in fact, they became my family member and I became their family member. I will never forget his treatment and his advices in my music field. And he used to play not only classical, he was a very good player in light music also.
Yes.
And he was a great artist, I tell you. I have heard his concert, light music as well as. And at that time, there was only classical music people they used to love and they used to listen. But he used to play so beautiful.
Beautifully.
Yes. But before that, I was involved in singing. But
Okay.
my voice, this thing, was not very good. Up, this upper side. Octave.
Ji.
Another octave is not very good. My teacher Rajaram said, why don't you select one instrument which is closer to your vocal
Voice.
cord? Vocal cord.
Ji.
So I thought, let me select this bamboo flute because also you can get anywhere and also you don't have to pay so much money for the instrument. Otherwise you have to order and you have to pay so much money and I was not able to pay. So I started flute. And then I came to Bholanathji and he was really so nice human being. I tell you, he accepted it. He said, whenever you like, you can visit. And he was bachelor, so he needed also some help, some support, which I used to go and help him to buy something from the market or from any shops. And he used to send me, and he treated me like his brother, younger brother. Because he was very young.
How nice, how beautiful, how beautiful. And I always had this question because whenever we heard you in Allahabad, we heard of your other guru, Raja Ramji.
Ji.
Would you like to tell us about him because people know very little about him? Is he the same Raja Ram Kashalkar of Allahabad?
No, that was different. That was from Prayag Sangeet Samiti, Raja Ram Kashalkar.
Ji.
I remember. I was very young and he was, a very famous man.
Ji.
And
but
so
this is a different person.
This is a different person from, not from Allahabad, but he came to Allahabad because he was not getting a student over there to teach. So that's why he shifted Allahabad with his wife and himself.
Okay.
And he was staying he was my neighbor.
Okay.
And he was not having any children, so his wife used to appreciate my, blowing and this thing. So he said, why don't you come to my house? So I went to his house just next door. And then his wife treated me like her son. And she also gave me, very delicious food, whatever she could. And she started doing every day for me because I lost my mother when I was 5 years old.
Ji.
And then she requested her husband that please try to treat him as a child, your son. And why don't you start teaching him? So he started teaching me and he was really wonderful, very nice, I tell you. I was not having that kind of voice. So he said, I'm sorry to say that the octave voice is not very good, not very clear. So why don't you select an instrument? So then I decided to play flute.
And what a wonderful decision that was, because the world got one of the greatest flute players.
Thank you so much.
Such a pleasure. 2020 is the year of Pandit Ravi Shankarji's centenary.
Yes.
When was the first time you heard the name Pandit Ravi Shankar?
When I was very young, because I used to also go and perform in All India Radio Allahabad.
Ji.
And he used to come from Maihar.
Oh, he was living in Maihar then?
Yes, and sometimes with Baba.
Oh, how
Baba
beautiful.
also used to perform. Baba and Kishan Maharajji's father.
Kante Maharajji.
Kante Maharajji. They used to perform together. So they used to come and I used to meet him. And he was really, what should I say? I will never forget a man, a person who was so much involved with music. And how to present music, how to speak about music, how to make music beautiful. and how to compose music beautifully. He was the only person I have seen him, and I learnt a lot from him.
How beautiful. That brings me to a question. So the Allahabad experience of hearing his name and seeing him perform with his guru and with him alone must have been in the 40s, maybe 50s, not very later than that.
Yeah, 50s.
50s.
Yeah.
And also later then, of course, many times through the different decades of 60s and 70s, 80s, you met him. What difference did you find in the person, Pandit Ravi Shankar ji, as a musician, as a person in the 40s, 50s, and later when you saw him as a matured musician? Is there any difference, or from day one you really found him to be an outstanding, creative, and a very passionate musician, which we all saw him to be?
Let me tell you, I was just learning and I was a student. I used to sit backside in the audience just to enjoy music more. So, but since beginning, I used to love his music.
Ji.
He was really a creator. I have never seen anyone. And he used to how to present Indian music to our audience and to outside India. I have never seen such kind of, lesson from him, that he was the only person who used to introduce himself, used to introduce about the Indian music, about the Indian music tradition, and then used to introduce the instrument. What is the, was it the instrument and why it's called sitar? My goodness. The people, they used to love his music. And he was also associated with the top ranking people over there who are very well known to the whole world. You must be knowing some names like Beatles.
Ji.
Like Yehudi Menmin.
Yehudi Menmin, ji.
Yeah, many musicians like that. Billy Preston, Tom Scott, Jim Hart, Charles Lloyd, Emil Richard. He was associated with so many people. Believe me or not, I have never heard about anyone. So I used to watch him. Sometimes he used to teach also in front of me. So I was also getting the lesson. But he wanted to create a kind of music which is very different from anyone, and how to present outside. And he was the only person, he showed me how to make music beautiful and go to any country and you play and then you are recognized, you play good. If you are not playing good, then go and learn properly and come back. It's not learning music, how to dress yourself, how to behave yourself. It's a wonderful thing, huh? Before that, nobody bothered about, Punjabi, it should be decorated with this. And I have seen Ustad Amir Khan Sahab. I have seen Bade Ghulam Ali Khan Sahab. They used to wear just simple kurta. But outside when you go, you want to show your tradition also, your costumes also, your mind also, your music, everything. So he was the only person I saw him. He used to take care of his everything, planned, very well planned. And that's called a musician.
That is so precious coming from you. It is so precious for us to listen. We are all students of music. My next query, which comes to my mind, is when was the first time when you got an opportunity to come really close to him and work with him on his music or on a composition or on a production? And what are those creative process and the productions you worked with him? We would like to know from the first day, when was it and where was it and how was that? If you can create that moment for us, we'll really be grateful.
Let me tell you, I never thought about this, that he will be a composer also. I was in Delhi one day and he and his group, All India Radio musicians, he was performing in Rashtrapati Bhavan. And in the beginning, he was having an orchestra for half an hour.
Which year was that, Panditji?
That was in 56 or 57.
Oh my God. Okay. Very. He was only 36 years old.
Yes. And he was so busy with composition. I tell you, there are many musicians from South and from North. and he was writing, and then Vijay Raghora was there,
Ji.
one of his students who was a flute player.
Ji,
He
ji.
was helping him for writing and explaining to other musicians. Wow. And then I saw he's a very good composer. I have never seen such composer. And then he was explaining, and then he was teaching also. Not like this. You take this the from this matra, and then you will come back to some. Wow. And then Chaturlal was there, and so many old musicians. So I enjoyed so much. And then afterwards, the Dagar Bandhu, old Dagar Bandhu.
Ji, ji.
They had a program. They also sang so well. I will never forget those evenings. Wow. And then I met him personally in Bombay.
Okay.
When he came to compose music for Indian movies, Hindi movies.
Which movie was that?
Godan.
Godan, Anuradha.
And Anuradha.
Ah.
Wow, so beautiful. And he met me and he said, I like your playing. I said, sir, I'm just trying to practice. I belong to a wrestler's family. So he was laughing at me. Okay, you will play one. Then I used to go to concert and sometimes we meet together in the concert, like Jalandhar, Delhi, many concerts. So we used to come from the airport together because I was staying in Khar and he was staying in Santa Cruz. So I used to get down. Okay, bye. I said, what about the money of taxi? We'll pay you tomorrow day after. Go. I don't have change. So he was so, believe me, he used to make me laugh. And then I was working at that time in All India Radio, Bombay, as a staff artist.
Ji.
So he said, whenever I have this kind of work, you must come and help me. I said, I am there, sir. Whenever you like, I will be there. So we used to meet in the studio and also in the concerts. But he used to love me, believe me or not. I will never forget.
Very much, very much.
And all the artists, I tell you, they have learned something from Pandit Ravi Shankar. Without learning, they cannot come out with an open mind and playing beautiful concert and introducing our Indian tradition with music to everyone. Unforgettable.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's so true. That's so true. So then, what was the first composition of his you played for? Do you remember? Because the tour you did with Guruji,
that was very long tour. Yes, about 6 months.
That is something you have to tell us, because we all hear such great stories, private jet and people ironing kurtas and everything was like tailor-made, and the greatest of venues and concert halls all full packed with Guruji and George Harrison and all of you. What a time it must have been. What a time full of music and fun.
Nobody expected such kind of tour. It has become dream. If we talk, we are dreaming. We cannot see such kind of tour because Pandit Ravi Shankar, because George used to treat him as a god.
Yes.
So he wanted to have the best kind of treatment everybody should have. We used to fly and our food they used to cook in the truck. One truck they used to use for cooking and one truck they used to have for cleaning clothes, everybody's clothes, and pressing, and then they used to hang with our clothes with the name. And then you go straight away, check in the hotel, and then go straight away to hall and just rehearse for your sound check and then program. I have never seen, I cannot imagine that I was also touring with this group. And there were few actors and actresses, they used to follow us. Believe me or not, because plane was empty. We were about 13 or 14 people. There were few actresses. They used to come and make us happy, by talking and asking about what about your flute? Do you make yourself or you do you get from the market? So we used to enjoy.
Because I have heard the album and those pieces of music is just sheer such creative excellence. All the
that I remember Shankar Family and Friends.
Shankar Family and Friends, yeah.
Yes, it's very popular. It
Very popular, very popular.
Yeah. In the front page, you will find our photographs.
G. We see your photographs and your flute interludes and preludes, especially for those songs in Kirwani. And remember that song, I Am Missing You?
Yes.
Oh Krishna.
Yeah, you are right. We are all missing him.
we really think of that time where
yes,
how a single person took Indian music to such great heights and single-handedly and in the right way he presented it without making any compromises, without doing any, he just presented, and so pure when he presented the rags, the ragdari, the tal aspect of his, and of course then comes his compositions and everything. A question as a student of music always comes to my mind. What do you think was that one quality of his music which was so special and touched everybody, touched hundreds and thousands and millions of people? What was it in his personality and his music which he, as soon as he started playing, it would open all the doors and windows and people would embrace him and take his music to their heart?
As soon as he start speaking to the audience,
magic would happen.
It was like he is making music through his speech. And he used to introduce about ragas, about Indian music, about very short. He used to make plans so beautifully from the hotel to this theater, playing music and whom he should meet. He used to meet. If he doesn't want to meet anyone, he will certainly go and sit in the car and go away. Very well planned. Each and every concert, whether it's George Harrison playing together or anyone, he never cared about anyone, but he cared about his planning. So dedicated, so devoted, my goodness. And he is laughing, he is making jokes also when he has time sometimes when they are performing. It was wonderful feeling, I tell you. I have never seen any musicians like this in the world, whether they are outsiders or they are Indian. So beautiful planning. We try, but it is so difficult to manage with this planning. But he was very strict about this. When concert is over, to me or to our artists, it was like we are in heaven. Wow. And composition, nobody can believe that Pandit could compose so beautifully film music. Wow. Very different.
Yeah, because you yourself, you had been a great composer of film music also. So, you know, I would like you to speak something about the movie Anuradha, which is so beautiful. The story, Rishikesh Mukherjee's direction, Lataji's singing, and Guruji's music, and Shailendra's lyrics.
Yes, because he used to make understand everybody what I want and what film wants. What is my thinking about this place where the director wants a song? What should be written? And my music, what should I compose? Very folk music or classical or together? How it is going to suit to the story line. He used to plan so much, my goodness. Sometimes, he used to feel sorry himself that why did I choose this instrument in between songs? Let me do something else. Go for 5 minutes outside, everybody go, break. And within 5 minutes, he used to make beautiful pieces. Wow. So I have never seen that. I have worked with all the music directors, from Sri Ram Chandra or Shankar Jayakishan or Salit Chaudhary or anyone. Even in Calcutta, I have worked with Bengali music director, South Indian music director in South. Going in the studio in Madras or in Calcutta, I spent so much time, but I have never seen such kind of person who used to, what do you call, once he decided, I have to give this music, keep this music, nobody can ask. Even Satyajit Ray never used to interfere about this.
Never.
You are the music director, whatever you think, it's wonderful. And everybody used to love his music. And sometimes you used to become, a little bit more excited. Suppose if anyone makes some mistake in between the piece, sitar or sarod or flute, you used to shout so much, my goodness. You used to get angry. I have, since 2 hours and I was telling about this music, a small piece you are not able to play properly. My goodness. So I used to request him, please don't shout. Otherwise, the whole atmosphere will be unmusical. But he used to really make music beautiful, make his planning beautiful, and people, they should learn music. But such kind of person, they should also learn this kind of thing, which helps in your life.
How beautiful, how beautiful. This is his centenary year, and we really pay homage, and we are grateful to him for being who he was and gave us so much of music. Teaching was such an important thing for him. Always he had disciples stay with him and he would take care of them. He would teach all the time. And I think we come from a school where teaching has been a very important. You saw Baba in Allahabad. You must have seen Baba in Maihar. You must have seen Baba in other places. That whole tradition, and isn't it so special that you pass on whatever you can to the next generation and the students?
Yes, this is very important. Of course, music is very more important, but this thing is very important, how to treat your music lover. And which music lover, how you treat according musically, and which music lovers you treat, politically. He was very sharp about this. I have learned so many things from him, but still I have to learn many things. But unfortunately, I miss him. Believe me or not, I must miss him so much that I will never forget his Ashirvadam to me. Of course, his wife became my teacher, and that also I will never forget. Guru Annapurna Devi. So I have both sides. I have blessings, so I'm this is doing fine.
How what a beautiful world you have seen from both the sides, and
yes,
how music at its best, which cannot get any better. All we can do is try to reach that divine sound and the divine music.
Yes.
Which is I mean, it's amazing. We are so thankful. We are so blessed you came.
Thank you.
And you spoke to all of us. And in the end, I would like to ask you, how would you like to remember him always, and how would you want all the listeners, and especially the new generation who have not seen him but only heard his music, what would you like to tell them? It is something very important.
He was there, and he will be there with us always. Just you try to think about this, and you will find he is standing in front of you. And get blessing, and get some his new planning and his new kind of, whether he's doing music for movies or he's going to play solo, and whatever he is doing, everybody should learn. I tell you, I have seen the only musician who is doing such kind of beauty in the music, beauty on the stage, beauty in the audience. I have never seen anyone. And I learned, and I would advise everybody that they should, even now, they should learn from him. If they want to make their name, their tradition. This is my request. What can I say about this?
That is wonderful coming from you, because Guruji's nephew, Nabarun Chatterji, and our Guruma Sukanyaji, who's watching, who's in London currently, but she's watching all and she's basically blessing all of us. Our
Pranam.
She is really tirelessly trying to bring across the message what Pandit Ravi Shankar ji stood for, his music, his disciples, bringing everybody together, and most important, what Guruji always said, that give children, if you give anything, it doesn't matter, but give them music. That was his mantra. Give them young, catch them young, and give all of them music. And that's exactly what we are trying. We will always seek your blessings, and we will try to spread this music wherever we can in India and abroad. This is our promise on his centenary, and we will always remember him. And as you said, we feel him all the time around us. He's there with us.
Yes, he will be there. He will be there always to guide and to love you. Believe me on that.
How beautiful! How beautiful! Coming from you, it is really music to the ears, and we feel blessed that you came. My pranams to you once more, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. You stay home, you stay safe, and keep giving us this divine music and your flute to the world, which you have always done. It's a blessing for all of us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. My pranam.
Thank you, Panditji.
Namaskar.
Sukanya Mami has also given thanks to you. She is watching. And just now he called me.
My pranam to her was.
Yeah.
When I meet her personally, I will again tell her that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Panditji. We are blessed to have you on our show. And it is one of the memorable shows which we are having, listening from you, the words of Pandit Ravi Shankar.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Pranam.